Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Horse Center. Sorry we missed you last night. A couple of things went awry, including my vision. Joined by Shawn and Jockey Geovanni Franco. How are you doing tonight, Giovanni?
I'm good. Good. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty good, thanks. You're hanging out in Louisville right now, right?
Yes.
Indeed. Yeah. I was watching a little bit of TV today, YouTube today, and stumbled across a video. Was wondering, we had one jockey sing for us before. Wondering if you'd be willing to sing a little bit of "You Got to Change Your Evil Ways." Hey, man, you got a little more of that for us?
Nah, not tonight.
No, all right. Well, I thought I would ask. So, growing up, you grew up in Mexico City, and your uncle, if I read correctly, was made some horseshoes. Is that how you got started in horse racing?
Yeah, he was a shoer.
Mm-hmm.
And, I wanted to do that when I was growing up, but I was too small for it. I was like 90 pounds maybe at the time, and I was 16 or 15 already, and he told me to go to the racetrack, and that's how I ended up at the racetrack.
So once you got to the racetrack, what were you doing there first? Tell us how you got started in this side of the business.
Walking horses, just helping the grooms, just getting familiar with the horses and the racetrack operation, and I did that for like 2 months. Then a couple other months I got on the pony first, and then 2 more months, and then they let me get on a racehorse. Well, somebody had me with the pony, and then they started letting me by myself after 2 months, and yeah, that's how it went.
So that first time the horse really went, how did that feel?
I didn't panic, but I didn't panic. I was just watching what was happening, because it wasn't intentional. Actually, I got run off with the horse, so I just watched. I was just watching, not trying not to panic, and but that felt cool.
Yeah, I can't imagine. So the horse just took off on its own, and you weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
I think that would have probably freaked me out a little bit. I had a kind of similar experience, except mine walked away. It didn't run away. So if it had run, I would have been really freaked out. So tell us about Mexico City. That's a place I'd like to visit down there. Have you gone back to Mexico City since you've been here?
Yeah. I've been going back and forth here and there. I just go visit now. I don't live there anymore, I guess. Mm-hmm. This is home now.
So you made your first home at Turf Paradise, ended up winning a title there, moved off to Santa Anita. Now you're racing in Kentucky. So from all the places that you've been, where have you found the racing to be the most difficult, if you will, and why was it the most difficult there?
I'm not sure. Maybe Oakland Park and Kentucky. You have to really work your patience around here. Wait for a break, and hopefully you get lucky.
Mm-hmm. Shawn, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. So, Gio, you got to switch your jockey agent, and how's that working out? And what made you got Gary Stevens, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that come about, and how's things looking long term?
Well, I was in California, and my business was slowing down a bit. I almost left last year. I was having a rough Del Mar, had no wins on the meet, and I almost just took off to come to Kentucky. But I didn't want to do that. My pride didn't let me. I wanted to stay and prove myself that I could work my way up and get some business. And so I did. I ended up riding the Breeders' Cup. After a year, I ended up riding the Breeders' Cup. I finished second. I thought if I win the Breeders' Cup, I could stay in California and get more business off that win. I ended up second with Lieutenant Dan. And I thought I had the perfect chance just to leave and go to Oakland make some money. Uh, Are you seeing these fucking jockeys?
Yep, they're all coming today.
You gotta get them. Um, so I called Gary and I asked him. I knew he was coming to Oakland, and I called him and I asked him if he could and if he wanted to take my book. So he was happy to hear about it. And um, as soon as I got to Oakland, people already knew me, and it was kind of easy to get going. But the first year I was there, it wasn't easy to get going. It was in 2016. People were nice, but they had their jockeys, and people back here, they're pretty loyal to their jockeys. So it's kind of hard just to get a break, to get a to catch a break, catch a good mount. But it worked out.
One thing I love about you on Twitter is you're not afraid if a fan speaks up. You're not afraid to let them have it, or whoever says. So talk about that a little bit, and what you have to say about people that don't ride that criticize.
But there's some people that do have a. It's not as much riding. It's I think it's like a sport. And if you play sports, I think you can understand a little bit of any sport. So most people think that races are like or horses are like race cars, or it's like a race, like a car. You can say go and it goes, and you can say stop, or you can press the brake and it stops. They're spooky. They're strong. They're nervous a lot of times. They get mad. They got their feelings too. So a lot of times that's what sets it off, when people just say just dumb stuff. And knowing what I do, or knowing being around these forces, just helps me to talk shit to them. And let them have it a little bit. I never do it. How can I say it? I try to have fun while doing it, and I hope they don't take it the wrong way a lot of times. And a lot of times they come at me pretty harsh, but I'm okay too. I hope they're okay too.
Yeah, sometimes. Do you have a preferred surface, dirt or turf, that you think you have more success at or enjoy more?
I like turf a lot, but on turf it takes almost nothing to lose a race, and on dirt you can turf, if you messed up a little bit and lost a little bit of ground, then you can be toast. On dirt, I think you can overcome a little more. Uh, uh, but if you let me choose, I'll choose dirt.
I really think Ricky Gonzalez and Diego Herrera misses you out west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to tell Ricky to come on. I know he's shy and stuff, but Kyle Frey has tried, and so now you got to try to get him to come on.
Oh, Kyle has been on the show?
Kyle's been on the show, yes.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So is Diego Herrera.
And Diego will be on Thursday night as well. So yeah,
he was on before.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. They was doing all right in California, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The young man's doing very well out in California for sure. So now that you're at Churchill Downs, tell us a little bit about the riding there. What do you like about that track?
Well, there is a lot of people from everywhere all the time. Different people. You see so many silks, or that I'm new here, so to me I see a lot of new silks, but I see a lot of silks from like a lot of trainers, a lot of owners, and I like that.
So looking at your Equibase chart, it goes like this, right? And it zooms. Great 2018, really good 2019. Obviously, 2020 came with COVID. Everybody fell off the map a little bit because racing kind of shut down in a lot of different places, especially out in California. 2021, things start to reopen. You go back up again, and it looks like you're off to a really pretty good quick start to 2022. What do you attribute the good start to for this year?
Mm, um, Probably. What do you say? How do you say that? Uh, I lost trackside a little bit for a few months, and I guess I'm like the horses now. I turned 31 this year, so it's like I'm a 3-year-old now. So I'm trying to be a little more focused on my job, and hopefully,
You
So-
matured a little bit.
yeah.
So, in what ways do you feel like what happened? It says here, Ricky says, we miss you, Gio, but he doesn't miss us. He found love out on the East. So they're giving you some stuff about love here. What fill us in on that? What's going on there? Because there's a lot of hearts between Diego and Ricky. Are they just giving you a hard time?
That is giving me a hard time. I got a girlfriend, but I've been single for a long time.
All right. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Robert said you had a really nice meet at Oak Lawn. How did you enjoy Arkansas? How do you like Hot Springs?
I was having a lot of fun, especially coming off California with that whip rule. It took me about like 2 weeks. It took me a few months to get rid of it and to start riding and just having fun. And now I came here to Kentucky, and we have a 6-strike rule, but you can whip as many times as you want with the whip downwards, if it makes sense.
Mhm.
But once you turn it up, you can only hit it 6 times. You can turn it back downwards and hit, but I need to get it down again.
Are you counting that in your head, like 1, 2, 3, or you just do it and then when it's over, deal with the consequences?
No, you can't really go eyeballs out because the consequences are money and and start spiking up. If you get fined over and over, then you can get suspended and stuff. Last week was basically my first week riding, and the first couple horses I rode, I was happy. My horses weren't running at the end, so I was just hand riding and just so I didn't have problems, but I wasn't aware of the rule, and I was glad that I wasn't fighting for a position, because if I would have been fighting for a position coming off Oakland riding style, I would have been in big trouble, or I would have gotten fined for that. The rule is gonna come in effect in June or July, sometime nationwide, I guess. So
July 1st, I think, is his takes into effect. Well,
What
there's
are
going to be some states. There's some we're going to talk about in a little bit, but some states are saying we're not going to abide. So we'll see how that plays out. Charles wants to know: is Spend Benjamin's a hard horse to ride?
Spen Benjamins, he was pretty cool, very forward going. That was his second start on the dirt. That horse never run on the dirt. He won last time out on the dirt. This last time I rode him, that I finished second. I got beat as soap. He was good to ride. Am I- Are you listening?
we're losing you.
I'm not sure. Whenever the technology goes out, I'm never sure who it is. I'm like, is that me? Is it Sean? It looks like we lost you a little bit of your cell connection there, Geovanni. Yeah, we lost him for sure. Hopefully he comes back, Sean.
I saw your look, so I knew it wasn't just me.
Well, I was trying to point, like, is that you or is that him? But and then there's a tractor trailer. Thank you, Blake. We're back with us. We lost you for a second there, Geovanni. So you were saying about Spend Benjamins.
Spen Benjamins, yeah, I turned for home, and he lays in a little bit, so you want to put your stick on the left hand right off the back. But I had the favorite trying to come on the inside behind horses, and I tried to beat him and kind of put pressure on him a little bit from the outside. So I tap him on the right side first, but it's a horse that likes the whip on the right hand. That's basically it. He runs good on the, very good on the third. That was his second start, and he finished second by nothing.
Your guys are giving you a hard time here. He says that you got some cheap Wi-Fi you never learned. What did you do to these guys?
They're good. That's why I have problems staying in California, man. These guys are bad influence.
So they're like they're not a good devil and bad show on your shoulder. They're both bad devils on your shoulder. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely, for sure. So what kind of wine are you drinking there? Red wine?
Yeah.
Your favorite?
Yeah, I like red wine more than.
Is that how you fell in love? Started with red wine?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a little bit of wine can do that to you, right? Gives you makes you happy, so to speak. So what are your plans going forward after Churchill Downs? You're gonna stay in Kentucky? Where are you headed to?
Yeah, I think we're gonna stay in Kentucky. Yeah, I'm going back to Oakland for the winter. For us right now, we're staying in Kentucky.
All right, Shawn. Any more questions?
Do you have a favorite horse or two that you love riding right now that we should really pay attention to, that you guys really have a connection?
Heart Rhythm. I'm working it tomorrow, actually. Yeah.
And when will that horse run again?
Trisha Vance trains him. He's running maybe in a week from, not this weekend, but next weekend.
And the horse's name is Heart Rhythm, for sure.
Yeah, Heart Rhythm.
So make sure we put that down in the DRF horse to watch list, Shawn, for sure.
Yeah. Do you have any jockeys at Oaklawn or Churchill that are like Ricky Gonzalez and Diego Herrera? Have you found
that harass you all the time?
No, not really. I like the jockeys. I like the jockeys out here, but in California we were just too close. We were very, very good friends. We would golf. We would do everything. We would hang out every day if we could, and that's not very good for jockeys.
No. So when you golf, who wins?
The cart lady.
The cart lady. Oh, I see why, huh? But she's not giving red wine, huh? She's giving something else out there.
Oh, yeah.
Some shots. Is it shots or is it just beer?
Nah, just beer.
Just beer. Yeah, well, the golf lady, the cart lady can do that too, but it makes your game better, right? Because then you don't get as mad when the ball goes in the water, for sure. Absolutely.
We're all hacks.
Absolutely, 100.
Golfer was, I think Abel Cerillo was more consistent at golf.
So, Shawn, any other ideas, questions?
Well, besides golf, horse racing, and everything, you have anything else you do on the side as a hobby?
No, not really.
No.
So Juan Hernandez says hi, Gio. Is there an inside joke there too, or no? Or is he one of the golfing partners?
Yeah, he's JJ Hernandez from
Santa Anita. Yeah, he's doing really well out there too. So
yeah, you don't want that guy on the show, though. You don't want him on the show.
No, why not?
No.
Fill us in. Why?
There's
a little inside information there.
Sutherland Paco Lopez thing. That's all I want to know.
What?
You don't know the backstory of that. Do you guys have? I
don't think he heard you because I didn't hear you.
Oh, is this a little Chantel Sutherland Paco Lopez thing? A little rivalry?
No.
Oh, okay.
He says he misses you. There's something going on there, for sure. There's some inside joke there that we're not getting right now.
No, Juan is just now. I guess he's just not writing. But they text me earlier. We're waiting on your interview, so we can give you a hard time.
Well, they're definitely.
What we should do is I have Ricky's number and I have Diego on Instagram. I can invite him in here right now and they give you a hard time live.
You should send them a link, Shawn. You guys available, Ricky and Diego? That would make for some fun YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know that we'd be able to control it though right now because, as you mentioned, there's too many devils in one place for us to handle, Shawn, for sure. He doesn't miss up because he has a girlfriend now. But they're with the girlfriend thing, huh? All right, get it. Is that just a case of jealousy, Geovanni, from them, or what?
Yeah, they want me for them.
All right, Shawn. Any more questions, my friend?
No, I'm just trying to keep him here till Diego gets on. I want to see if he goes on.
Oh, did you send him the link?
I just sent him the link. Diego, get on here.
He's going to leave then right away, Shawn. For sure.
Them. They're all together, maybe. I think Diego's starting to golf now.
Yeah, I'm going to go hit a couple golf balls when we get done here, but it's not the as you get older, it's not the friendliest sport for your back. I can imagine that some of the spills you guys take, you have some pains in places that make a golf swing a little bit difficult as well, right?
Well, I haven't had many breakdowns, many broken bones. I mean,
no, that's pretty fortunate.
No one broken bone.
That's pretty. None.
Wow, yeah. And you've been riding for how many years?
12.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, here we go. Boom. Just like that. How you doing, Diego? You got a crowd of folks there.
That guy in love.
He's in love? Is that why he moved out of California?
Yeah, he couldn't find anything here, so yeah, leave.
Oh man.
Oh, we missed you. He was what brought up the jock room. What, man? We support love, Ricky says. Love, yeah. Come on, Ricky.
You have to bring him on as well.
Yeah, he's right here. Where's he at?
It's Tuesday. Today was golf day.
Oh, there he is.
They look like they're coming back from playing golf. They got the golf shirts on. They got the golf hats on. The golf glasses on. Is that where you guys are coming back from?
Yeah, we just came back. We had lunch and then we're back.
Who won? Abel, no?
Yeah, Abel. It's so much better when Gio's not here.
Yeah.
Be nice, Ricky.
Is the golf cart lady happier with Geovanni or without him?
Very happy.
Very happy.
I'm wealthy.
Do you guys got any questions for Gio?
Yeah, how's
I thought he was gay.
How's your love life?
Now is like wine, only wine.
Only wine.
Only wine.
All right, guys.
All right.
Who's gonna win the 2024 election?
Oh no, we're gonna go politics.
Gio is quite the politician on Twitter.
Is he running for office too or no?
I hope so. Gio 2024.
Gio
Franco. He has 4.
There we go. So we just launched a presidential campaign. Breaking news right here. Who's gonna be the VP, Gio?
I think Ron DeSantis is gonna win.
You know, I worked this hard to get Geovanni on here, and now he'll never come on again.
Nice. We'll make him. He loves the attention. He will.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight, Diego. We're going to be talking to you soon. Looking forward to it.
Sounds good. You guys.
Thanks for coming on a short notice. And
I'll see you guys on Thursday.
Indeed. Have a great night. So we just broke a little bit of news there too. Diego's going to be our guest on Thursday. Now we all have big heads.
What you guys do this show every day, or what is it?
Yeah, we do it every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, except last night. Had some, the guests couldn't make it. And then I had some weird thing go on with my eye. I don't know if this ever happened to anybody, but there was like a really bright white light in the corner that was like sparkling, and I couldn't see the computer screen very well. So I just told Shawn, forget it. I must have looked at a light or something. It was really the weirdest thing that ever happened to me, but thankfully it's passed.
It went away?
So I don't know what it was. It was really weird.
Who's the better gambler?
Me, hands down.
Rich spends less, so it's got to be Rich.
I spend less and win more, so that makes it. I mean, when you have that combination, it's unquestionable.
Oh, you guys like for the Preakness? You guys have a pick for the Preakness? Rich strike? Is it Rich strike?
My pick for the Preakness is early voting.
that wasn't your pick, liar. Yours was Secret Oath.
No, I know. He's asking for the Belmont, though, right?
Yeah, for the Belmont.
Yeah.
I had Rich Strike, and then I had Epicenter in the Kentucky Derby. I didn't have Rich Strike. I should have had Rich Strike because it's my name. But I had Epicenter in the Derby.
2 on Churchill.
You had what?
Now Rich Strike is 2 for 2 on Churchill.
Mm-hmm.
No, he likes that track.
Yeah, he does like that track. And then I did have early voting as my top pick in the Preakness, but I haven't looked at the Belmont yet. But I'm just gonna guess that right now, if I had to put my money on it, I'd probably go Mo Donegal. But I don't know if he's even in yet. But.
Because his horse is probably gonna run in the Belmont. That what's his name? Eternal Road.
Eternal Road, yeah. Which his race was impressive too, considering that the speed bias that there was at Pimlico on the weekend, and he was, I think, like the only off the pace horse to win on the dirt. So that was impressive to me. But I do think that Mo Donegal's a better horse.
Okay.
I want to see how the pace sets up too. Who's gonna be the speed of the race? Because so far we've talked about 4 closers. So
there you go. If Charles says it, this is the E.F. Hutton of horse racing right here. Charles, when Charles speaks, you better listen. But that's just my early read on Belmont in terms of which horse I think is going to have the best shot. But I agree with Charles. If I had to bet right now, I would bet Mo Donegal. How about you? How about you, Geovanni?
Well, I've been rooting for Rich Strike, but if Eternal Road goes in, I think I like that one too. I like those two.
So Rich Strike. Speaking of Rich Strike,
You lost me.
all right, Sean. What do you
Am I
think the
here?
odds are going to be on Rich Strike Geovanni? All right, he's
You there?
he's got to get that. He's got to get the upgraded Diego Herrera Wi-Fi. What about you, Sean? What do you think the odds are going to be on Rich Strike?
Oh, Rich Strike probably 5 to 1, 6 to 1.
You think that low? I'm going to bet. I'm going to say he goes off of double digits.
No, there's too many people that will be rooting for him that are not playing him just out of that.
What do you think,
Yeah,
Geovanni?
probably
7 to 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, see, I can't play him at that price. Now, if he was running at Churchill, like you said, 2 for 2, and he absolutely loves that track, I'd be bet next time he runs at Churchill. If he runs at Churchill, I'm definitely betting that horse.
Yeah.
There are definitely some horses that like tracks better than others. We'll see how he works out at Belmont.
Here's why I think he's going to be high priced, because look at the horse players. Terry says 8 to 1. Williams says 12 to 1. I think he's going to be double digits. I think people aren't going to believe. They're going to say that was a once in a lifetime race. That was at Churchill. He likes Churchill. He's at Belmont. He's not going to get that same trip. I think he's going to go off 10 to 1 or higher.
Ooh.
Well, we'll see if we're right about that. All right. Well, we've held you for 28 minutes, subjected you to your friends being mean to you. Any final questions, Sean?
No, that's it. I finally appreciate. I finally got a hold of you to get you on here. Thanks to Cody Uncle's help, and we look forward to having you on again.
And now he's gonna, as soon as he hangs up, he's gonna pick up the phone and call Cody and chew him out.
Fun. That was fun. That was cool. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming on too, and good luck at Churchill. We hope to see you in the winner's circle a lot, Geovanni.
Yeah, I need it. All right.
And if you haven't done it yet, Google it, since he wouldn't do it here, and you can see Geovanni singing, "You Gotta Change Your Evil Ways, baby." See, there he goes. All right.
Yeah, wine's starting to set in.
A couple more sips, and he'll be singing for sure, with the sunglasses and everything. All right, we look forward to voting for you in 2024 as well, my friend.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, Sean, it's an interesting thing how things take different turns. It's a good thing that Diego and them were paying attention, because you got the link and they came pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did. I didn't know if they would or not, and I didn't know they were together, so that worked out good, because I do have Ricky's number, but I didn't quite have it saved in my phone or nothing, so good thing they were together.
Maybe we can get them on a Tuesday at the golf course at the same time.
There you go.
Right, because if Juan Hernandez is playing and Abel Zedillo is playing, and so we can get all 4 of them, and we can have
I think everybody was there, but
shots.
I think everybody was there but Juan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a hell of an interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would look forward to doing that as well. So we were talking a little bit about long shots and Rich Strike, but you know what? He's small potatoes compared to this horse. 300 to 1 horse won. You know what's funny is that the horse that did this, Sawbuck was the name of the horse, I guess. Apparently, in some of the shows that I have done with Tom, I actually bet on this horse.
Oh yeah,
just not in his race.
and I'm
he
sure
must have done so well that he ended up going off at 300 to 1 later on.
I was gonna say you weren't playing him at 300 to 1, right?
You know, the funny thing is when I find when we do Tom and I the Foreign Fridays, as Terry calls them, he says Juan was here too. Okay. He just didn't come on the screen. So what do you guys think, Ricky, about next time you guys go golfing, we'll go live and then we'll have like you guys on the show all at the same time. That would be a lot of fun. You can live stream how the guys play. We can roast them if they have a great shot off the tee. We can and we can give them a little golf clap.
You got to get Kyle too. Kyle's always talking about golfing.
That would be a fun show. Maybe we should have just a golf outing, right? Shawn doesn't play golf. I'm gonna go hit some golf balls when we're done. But one thing, you're saying when Tom and I do these Foreign Fridays, I have to say that it seems to me that in Europe and in Australia, and so maybe it's because the fields are bigger, but shots tend to hit more frequently than they do here. So when I'm handicapping over there, I'm looking for reasons to throw out the favorites, right? I don't want to play them. Here I got to do it a little bit differently. Here, I'm looking for reasons to add the long shots and not throw the shots out, if that makes sense. So it's almost backwards here in terms of how I approach it, because so many prices hit there.
I was going to say favorites don't win. Favorites. Even if the favorites win here, 35-40% of the time, I'm sure over there with the big fields, they probably win 25% of the time if we're lucky.
Maybe it was because there's a lot of shots in there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because of the big field. So I look at the races differently over there than here. So
though, you say about the 300 to 1. I mean, even after the fact, there was a ton of people saying Rich Strike should have been 150 to 200 to 1. There's still people saying you didn't get enough value if you did have that horse because you should have even been a longer shot. But, that never happens in those kind of races.
But, okay. This whole argument about value, what is value in horse racing? I want to know what is value in horse racing, because to me, when you look at horse racing is like the stock market, right? Everybody's taking so all the available information that's out there, because it's a pari-mutuel field and not fixed odds, right? Everybody's taking what information they have and they're putting it in. So it's like the free market. If you want to do like talk about like economies, it's the free market where everybody's ideas come in and they back those ideas with money. So every single piece of information that's available publicly and privately goes into people making bets. The odds are exactly what the odds are supposed to be based upon the way people are betting. And they're betting based upon all of the publicly available information. So if Rich Strike goes off at 80 to 1, that is his proper odds.
Correct. I mean, it's the money in the pool. It's what people bet. I agree. But the reason is because the market is determining the price, right? Yeah. It's not prefixed. It's all the people betting. And because the way they're betting, the market is setting the price. And the market is determined by all of the available information. So you can use the Google, everybody's got their computer models, whatever it is, all that information. They got inside information on the track because a buddy called them in. All that information is out in the public. You may have access to some of it, all of it, or none of it, but it's all digested into the pool, and what the odds are what the odds are supposed to be. Yeah, and also what people got to remember with a race like that too is people are playing horses because of the name and everything else besides Rich.
But that's still, I mean, but I understand what you're saying, Shawn.
Yeah,
but it's a small
I'm not arguing
percentage.
your point. I'm just joking about the name. Yeah.
But people still do stuff like that though too, right? And I like the name Microsoft. So I like stocks that start with Z. These are all things that go into the information. So that's the one thing I love about horse racing. It is actually a free market where it's the exchange, where all the ideas come in. And that's what gives people who actually try to hone their skill maybe a little bit of advantage and edge over other people. It's not fixed odds where you don't have an edge, where the house has the edge. So it's like poker in that respect. Speaking of which, horse racing, the Breeders' Cup, this is interesting. They're making a little bit of a wrinkle in this, and that they're going to segment the United States in 4 different areas, and you're going to compete in the Midwest, the West, the South, and the East, and then you're going to accumulate points that way. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's interesting. I mean, the thing is, you can still, if you're on the East, you can still go out to the West, right?
I think you got to compete in your areas, from what I understand.
That's the one thing I couldn't find that. But
it says that they're going to be limited to 2 races. They're going to create regional rivalries.
Okay.
And they said the exception to the regional format will be the Breeders' Cup Classic Division, which will have 6 domestic races here. So I guess you can go into those 6 races. But everywhere else, you got to stay in your area.
No, that's
got to
nice,
stay in your lane, baby, as the kids say.
Yeah, that's nice then. I like that idea. We'll see how it works. I mean, it's supposed to be the best of the best horses, so that could limit that since you're going by region. You may have 4 of the best horses in the West Coast, and now you're taking 2 in the East, but I like it. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, well, me too. I like it as well. I think it's interesting. So I don't know that I can find. I'm trying to find out the Rich Strike, how much was bet on Rich Strike. I guess you'd have to look at the pool and then divide it by the number there. So I can't find it. See if you can find it, Sean, because I'm looking for it right now. I can't find the exact amount. Finally, I alluded to this with Geovanni, that the rules are set to come into effect. But apparently, Sean, you don't mess with Texas. Did you read this story? Texas says, hey, if ISSA thinks they're going to come in and regulate our horse racing, they got another thing coming, because we're just going to shut horse racing down, because we're not going to let them regulate horse racing, because our laws specifically say that if it's not overseen by the state of Texas Racing Commission, parimutuel betting is not allowed. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're really not going to shut it down. This is just, there's going to be a lot of games played from now till July 1st.
I mean, you don't know Texas, do you? Texans will say he don't know us, do he?
Maybe not. But I mean, you're seeing more and more about this HISA and things that jockeys have to do, like all these people have to do that they don't even know that they have to do yet. So there's going to be a lot of things happening here last minute, and I'm sure they're going to get enough pushback. This may get pushed back, because I don't think states are prepared. I don't think jockeys are prepared. I don't think a lot of people are prepared for this.
You don't think that they're prepared for that?
Yeah, I don't think if you read all the stuff that starts coming out, like not everybody's aware. I don't even think like they're saying, they're not, they don't know all what has to be done right now. So it's going to be one of those things that as we get closer, you're going to find out more.
Yeah, absolutely. I there are a lot of states, pressing the states' rights issue, right? That this is a state issue, not a national issue, and that they have to agree to be in it. I think there's going to be, because what is it, like 6 or 7 states, or there's a number of states that are actually suing, fighting in court not to be subjected to this.
Yeah, and how does that happen then too? Like that can't take. You got to wait till the court is done with that for it to take precedent.
Well, I'm sure what they'll probably do is they'll probably stay in those states while it plays out, and have some sort of, it's not, some sort of injunction. Okay, let's see. The win pool was.
I'm going to say, I'm really struggling to find this. I'm finding everything else besides that.
All right, let's see. I'm trying to find the win pool here. I have the pick 3 pool. I don't see the win pool anywhere in this mix. Trifecta pool, future wagering, exacta pool, daily double pool. It's not, it's really weird. They're not showing they're showing all the exotic bets in the future pools, but they are not showing the just straight up win pool, which I find kind of interesting. And that's on, that's over on Equibase for the race chart. So I'm going to look that up, William. I find it. We can't find it right now. And I'll have that answer for you, if I can find the answer for you, tomorrow with Terry and I. We're going to do Delaware Park to opening day at Delaware Park. Shawn, who's our guest tomorrow?
Our guest tomorrow is Chelsea Bailey.
The UFC girl.
Yes, and she rode at Oaklawn. I believe she's riding at Canterbury right now, here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll definitely have a lot to talk about with Chelsea tomorrow.
Indeed, for sure. And that'll be again.
We're kind of taking the Oaklawn theme here. We had Geovanni Franco on tonight, Chelsea on tomorrow. We'll have off Monday with Memorial Day, and then Tuesday we'll have Kelsey Har on. So, Oaklawn, and then they're both at Canterbury now. So,
yeah. A little Minnesota, a little bit of Arkansas. Two places that are probably very similar. Absolutely, for sure. Don't you say? Anyway, just a little crack at the Minnesotians. All right, Shawn. So
that was the first time we've ever had a jockey on. Another man, he really well-liked guy.
They were harassing him, but good, man. That was good, though. I like that. I appreciate a little bit of banter, so to speak. And then tomorrow, Terry and I, as I mentioned, will be back at 12 o'clock Eastern to cover opening day at Delaware, 8 races. We'll have our hot dog pick fours, our prime rib pick fours, our best bets long shots, and, of course, our box it ups. Thursday, we're going to do Belmont. And then Thursday night, Shawn, we're going to be covering Santa Anita, correct?
Yep, and we will have Diego Herrera on the whole time. So,
and maybe then maybe Geovanni can harass him.
There you go. I'll have to tell him that, yeah.
Yes, we could turn about as fair play, as they say. Friday, Thomas and I will be doing Chester for Foreign Fridays. Saturday, Terry and I will clean up a couple of the stakes races, and that'll wrap up this week. And 1 week goes by, just they blur by, Shawn.
Yeah, last night I had my tissues out already because I thought we were having a show, and then, I was disappointed like most. It didn't work out, so.
I'm disappointed too, but man, I'm telling you, I couldn't look at the computer screen. It was one of those things that was just, thankfully, it worked out the way it did. All right, Shawn, that takes us gate to wire on this Tuesday. Any final thoughts before we go?
No, I another fun show. Really enjoyed it. So
me as well. I want to thank Geovanni for being a good sport, right? Because that definitely could have gone sideways real quick. So thank you, Geovanni, for being a good sport. Thank you, Giovanni's friends, Diego and company, for making the show more entertaining. We appreciate that input as well. And of course, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please give us a thumbs up, like Steve Goodrich, Robert Bryan, and Beverly Taylor over on Facebook, YouTube, wherever it is that you're watching. Make sure you subscribe to the social sites at Horse Race Today. That's Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I know we owe you a TikTok dance. We'll get that. And then,
that's the TikTok dance that Rich promised. That I just don't have the skills for that. I don't know.
We'll make it happen. And then again, while you're on YouTube too, please make sure you subscribe. Tell your friends about us if you haven't already. We'd appreciate that. That takes us from gate to wire on this Tuesday, Shawn. We hope everybody had a fantastic evening. So for the rest of your night, whether you're going to go hit golf balls like me, get shot by dart guns like Shawn, or play with the horses for the rest of the evening, whatever you do, we hope it ends up in the
winner circle.
Absolutely. Have a fantastic evening.